Buzz Lightyear, the origin story?
Mm-mm.
Nah. So you know Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, though, right? Remember? Nigga, he didn't know he was a toy and shit. So they actually did an origin story of the real Buzz Lightyear that they made the toy after. So it's kind of small, but the Buzz Lightyear origin story film featuring a lesbian kiss has been banned in 14 Middle East and Asian countries. So, what happens is there's a black woman who's a lesbian, and it's a cartoon, obviously, and so she kisses her partner in the movie, and so that scene got it banned in 14 Middle Eastern and Asian countries. So I just want to get you guys' take on it, considering we are still in June, in the spirit of Pride Month. I wanted to get you guys' take on that. The fact that that scene got it banned in 14 different countries. It doesn't meet the regulatory office announced that Lightyear, which is scheduled for release on the 16th June, is not licensed for public screening in all cinemas. Based on their content standards. I just want to get everybody's take on this. Isha, what you think?
Um, I kind of agree. I agree with that because sometimes I feel like they are pushing the homosexual agenda on children. So, um, hey, to each his own.
Wait, that's not the same thing. To each his
Well, their
own.
countries is their own. I mean, I agree.
But to each his own would mean that you okay with it being shown too, right?
Well, if we were showing it, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I can see why somebody else wouldn't show it. I still have the same view. Like I think that we push the homosexual agenda on children.
Okay. So you agree with those countries though?
I do.
Okay. Okay. And would you if your son was that age, what is that age?
See, I think Toy Story, those children are young, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
maybe
What do you
like
think?
3 to 10.
Nah,
Yeah.
I
So
think 10 is too old.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Bob?
Yo, I agree with those countries, man. Like for real. I don't have a problem with that at all. Take it out. You know what I'm saying? They got high standards, they got morals. I totally 100% agree.
Sick and stupid.
Just like I don't even agree with the notion that they made, Bert and Ernie came out. Since come on, man, knock it off. Since when? I've
Bert and
been watching,
Ernie.
but yeah, from Sesame Street, man. Come on, man.
What
How you
happened with
gonna
them?
ruin? How you gonna ruin everybody's childhood by saying they were so close because they was gay? Man, knock that shit off.
I didn't even
Yo,
hear that shit.
yeah, bro. That's word. Look it up. Word
Damn.
up. Gotta knock it off. So I agree with those countries, man. You gotta nip that shit in the bud before I get too out of control.
Mm,
Bro,
word.
let these kids be kids.
What you think, Q?
Um, I don't know. I've kind of always had this take. Like there was a time where, you had gay people in your family, and you knew they were gay by the mannerisms or the way that they carried themselves, but they weren't overly putting it out there in everybody's faces. And when I came out, was okay with that. Like I never really felt the need to be like, hey, look at me. I live this certain lifestyle. I think
Mhm.
that with that film, it's almost like they're trying to overly normalize homosexuality, and it's not for everybody. I still believe that, you know, you don't you have an inclination towards it. You're not born gay, etc. So to have that be imparted on the minds of young children who are still trying to develop, I don't think that that's really the wave. Again, why I'll be the worst person for the LGBTQ them people, uh, because I have different views. But I do kind of get like what they were trying to do with it is be all inclusive because they're like, listen, it's a part of our society. Kids are going to see it regardless. Maybe they were thinking along those lines. So yeah, I support those countries' decisions. Um, And yeah, I think the whole thing is a very fine line. You
Hmm.
start to do that, then it opens up the doors for so many other things. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing cartoons with people sniffing lines of cocaine. But if that's what you choose to do, that's your private business. And I think the same thing about the homosexual lifestyle.
Word. Okay. Adrian, what's your take on it? Buzz Lightyear banned in 14 Middle Eastern and Asian countries. So
Yo,
one thing, a lot of those countries are predominantly Muslim also.
mhm. My name A Mike, by the way.
Hey,
But
my fault, my fault.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm in agreement, man. I was just having a conversation about the things that we are exposing our kids to at such a early age before they even know like who they are. So I wasn't even gonna see Buzz Lightyear. I thought about it just because it's something I could do with my girls, but now I'm definitely not going or taking them. And I'm about to tell their moms they can't take them to see it.
Where
So
did they take them?
they're not gonna take them if I tell them not to.
Okay.
But it's not even no. Hold on. So let me because they be watching too.
Oh,
So, but it's not.
Put him
It's
in
a
the fucking
respect thing.
bedroom.
No,
Get him.
hold on. Let me explain. It's a mutually respectful thing though. Like I don't come at them like do whatever I say. You better do it. But it's more so they like, hey, if they need something, they know they coming to me. They know I take care of everything that's
yeah.
needed. So if I make a request, it's gonna be given.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
those your kids. Those ain't their kids.
I don't know. They can have them. They can have them if they want to some days.
Alex, what you think? Buzz Lightyear banned in 14 different countries for the lesbian kiss.
I think for me, in the other countries, a lot of other countries aren't as progressive as America is, and I think that's one thing to consider. So when we are making and creating certain movies, we are making them tailored to our audience. We are a lot more progressive. This is seeing same-sex couples is a little bit more of the norm, and we are in a society now where we are trying to be all-inclusive. However, when we are sending off these movies to other countries to go ahead and screen, it is their choice, and they're not as progressive. They don't want to have that showed on their screens because of religious purposes or for whatever reason. I mean, that's their right and their business to do so. Just like I think in this country, if parents don't want to have their children exposed to it, don't take them to see the movie. You know it's going to be in there. It's your choice. You either take them or you don't take them.
Do you think that this is a movie that you're just saying don't go? I mean, this is a spinoff from Toy Story. From our childhood, that shit's pretty legendary.
I think they're running out of ideas. Personally, I don't think Buzz Lightyear needed a origin story. Just let it be. But I also feel like being an adult watching Toy Story, it was a little bit grown. But when I was a child and I was watching it, a lot of things went over my head. As an adult now watching it, I'd have been like, oh, okay.
What do you mean by progressive?
Um, so in America, as a whole, the traditional family has changed, right? It doesn't always look like it's not a nuclear family. It's not always the mom, the dad, the children, right? Some people are raised by their grandparents. Some people have two dads. Some people have two moms, right? So in America, it's acceptable, right? But in those other countries, a lot of times it's against the law. People are
What do you mean by progressive though? Because
I
if you break apart the nuclear family and you don't reproduce, your country dies. That would be regressive. So what do you mean progressive?
to America, what we're doing. Let me not
It's a hard question. Think about it. I'll come back to you. I see you fucked up a little bit. Yeah, I'll come back to you.
okay, well, thank you.
It's all good. I don't know. 'Cause you know what I mean? It's a hard question because you know what I mean? We could drill down on it. B, what's popping? What you think?
I mean, at the end of the day, we have to look at those countries and we have to first determine several aspects of those countries. One of the things you hit on is Muslim. We will also have
Hold on. Sorry, B. But I can't let that fucking slide, bro.
Bruh. Put him in the fucking bedroom.
What fucking word did you just make up on the I'm getting pissed.
What I say? That was
Week
wrong.
no. Ain't no what I say with the stutter. Week after week, you making words up, bro.
Yo.
What word did I just use that isn't the word, in your opinion?
Atrospect.
Atrospect. Atrospect.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
What's the correct pronunciation?
I don't know what word it is.
You have to look at the actual spec.
The fact that I feel like I'm the only person other than B that didn't get it. Am I okay?
Nah, go get
Actual
it.
spec is the word, and the actual spec.
What the fuck are you? What are you trying to say?
So what I'm trying to say is
Aspect.
that aspect. Okay, that too. What I'm trying to say is that other countries, see, we have to take into account the All right, so other countries they just don't believe in that type of stuff, so we would have to look at it from that perspective. And let's go into a country who does not support homosexuality, and they choose to ban it in the country, then it is their right. I mean, what I'm saying is, let's say if that movie goes to China.
I know,
And
no, we
China-
understand that, B. But what do you think?
I mean, I agree with it. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. I mean, if that country doesn't want to have that movie in their country being shown, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think that kids should be exposed to that type of stuff at such a young age. I just believe that they should just go to school, focus on those types of things, and not focus on homosexuality and kissing and sucking and all that other stuff.
Okay, so you agree with those countries?
Yeah, absolutely. Why does the child? I mean, child don't need to be exposed to that stuff anyway. I mean, shit, they already got enough going on anyway. Shit.
Okay. Hey, B, you better stop that shit, man. Get you a thesaurus, nigga.
Oh,
right. Jesus Christ. Miss Nay, what you think? Buzz Lightyear being banned in 14 different countries in the Middle East and in Asia.
I agree. I think that children are really impressionable, so you have to be careful what you expose them to.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way as in America, we have parameters like PG-13 and rated R. So them doing that, I think that's a good thing. They also are in Muslim countries, and so in their country, they don't agree with those lifestyles. So I would agree that it's okay to ban that.
Well, our country's predicated on the Bible, so what would you say then?
But it's by choice, though. If you want to take your children, obviously you can, but we have certain parameters as well. We have rated R and under 17, PG-13. It's the same way. I wouldn't want to see a cartoon or something like that with overly sexualized things in it. So it'd be the same thing. I don't think it's any difference whether it's homosexual or it's even heterosexual. It's still a boundary and it's impressionable for kids.
But this one is rated PG. So what do the rating doesn't protect you anymore, huh?
I don't know if they have the same ratings as we have here, though. If theirs is PG, I mean,
no, but what I'm saying is this movie is PG, and yet it has sexual content.
I see. I didn't know that part.
But the kiss is a sexual, right?
I guess it can be, but they have their reasons why, and it's probably based on their religious beliefs, to be honest. But I agree, it should not be exposed.
Now, you said one thing, whether it be hetero or homosexual.
There's certain things that children shouldn't be exposed to.
So are you saying that there shouldn't be a mom and dad kissing in cartoons?
Not necessarily, but I mean, I don't know the depths of it. I don't know how it is. I mean, I feel like they're just they're putting too much out there for kids.
It's getting difficult for you too. You want to take a second?
No, I don't. I mean, to Alex's point, when she said progressive, that's
don't pull Alex in. Alex already fucked up. Let her marinate.
No, I mean, I
don't do that here.
I don't think that it should just be exposed. It depends on how they're exposing it. I don't know. I don't know the depths of it. To them, maybe they feel like that's a little bit too much. We're force feeding children certain things.
Well, you though. So are you for it, against it, or to each his own?
I would be against it. I don't think it should be force fed. If a child decides that that's what they want to do with their life later on, then that's on them. But I don't think it should be force fed.
How about if a mom and dad were kissing?
That's considered normal. So that's probably why it's normalized.
That could be problematic. Because I remember a couple episodes ago, you were saying when you went to the Pride Parade, it was just a bunch of love, roses, and bubbles.
It is love.
But you were championing it. So now you're saying that shouldn't be in a cartoon, but what we deem normal should.
But that's for us. I think that it's okay, to go to a pride parade. I don't see anything wrong with it, but you don't have to take your children to it if you don't want to. So you don't, even if you have it in a movie, you don't have to take your children to it.
Because it's abnormal.
It's not considered abnormal to me. It's normalized society. Society looks at it as it's normal. Love is normal. Love is normal.
But you see how you threw in society before was you. What are you trying to say?
For me, I think love is normal. Love overall, it's a normal thing. God. But society doesn't see that as normal. Whether if it's male and if it's same sex.
Am I asking Q? Am I asking hard questions?
No, I think you're trying to trap people though with their own answers.
Well, no,
because notice the question you asked, Alex, you wouldn't ask me that question.
You didn't say that either, right? So my questions aren't. I'm literally asking based on what they're saying. I don't think that's unfair.
Yeah, but you're doing it in a way to where you're purposely allowing them to contradict themselves or do what sound like they contradicting themselves.
I'm asking questions, Q, based on what they're saying. How is it my fault?
Passive aggressiveness for me. Come on.
That's what she's saying. Wow. Not accepting our answer when we give it.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I was definitely not being passive aggressive. I'm genuinely asking. So, Isha, am I asking difficult questions?
I think you do try to get us to kind of go back on what we thought.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, right, that's my job we have to break it down, right? Because otherwise people get away with saying bullshit they might not even agree with themselves. You know what I mean? Like, because we say answers and this is good, cool. But then if it has something I want to explore, shouldn't that be okay?
I mean, that's the point of the podcast, right?
Yeah, because these two niggas is fucked up, E.
Get it.